What do I love? What do I care about? There are a few things in life I can truly get excited or passionate about, but when I do, it seems to make life worth living. Some things are silly, like a new video game or a movie, or an album by one of my favorite bands. But is it so silly to live for music, for art, for fantastical things? I've been through some rough times. No, I wasn't poor, sick, hungry, or under life or death circumstances. But in some ways, I was sick, and life and death were on my mind. My mind itself was sick, and unfortunately, still is. But what kept me going through some of those darkest moments, strangely enough, was music, media, and video games. Listening to powerful songs on my headphones, watching videos on YouTube, or reading posts and articles on Reddit about a game I loved actually helped me find a reason to keep going. I remember when Skyrim was announced and how excited I was to play another Elder Scrolls game. Even with the daily thoughts of depression, the trailers, news, discussions, and hype helped me cope with depression, stress, anxiety that constantly tormented me. I remember picking up the game at midnight with my youngest brother at our local GameStop, playing until late that night, even though I had to commute and work in the morning. 5 years later, playing the remaster of Skyrim, I still have fond feelings and nostalgia for those moments of escapism and fantasy. A similar thing happened in the build-up to Guild Wars 2's releases. I was depressed, unhappy with my job and my life, and struggling to find any happiness or reason to keep going. But the trailers for Guild Wars 2 showed a beautiful and vibrant world, filled with exciting adventure and an amazing art style and music that stirred a passion within me for games and fantasy worlds you can explore in them. Watching each new video, discussing the game online, and eventually playing in the beta were magical moments that still make me smile. I remember in one beta weekend, my friend and I explored all of Divinity's Reach together and tried to climb and traverse over the architecture of this incredible virtual city. We sat and watched the world move around us, noticing NPC chatter and their patrol paths as we chatted and took screenshots and recorded videos of the gorgeous view. This was a world and an experience worth living for. I know it sounds strange to say that video games are your reason for living. It sounds silly, immature, and incredibly trivial compared to the vast and insurmountable struggles of life for people all over the world. But maybe it is because of all the suffering and horrors of life that we need to play, to have fun, to escape, and experience joy every once in a while. I worked at a job I hated and struggled with my own self-loathing and depression for years. But video games, music, YouTube videos, and Twitch streams gave me reprieve from the constant pressures from the world and from my own mind. Now, I know that playing video games all day, every day, may not be the right path for me to take, but maybe engaging with games, the industry, the communities around them, those might be ways I can find meaning in my life and give meaning to the world around me. I've only dabbled in making YouTube videos and streaming. I'm not a games developer or a journalist either, but I know that games can bring joy to people who may be struggling to find it. Whether it is a simple distraction, an exciting adventure, an action-packed battle, or a powerful story, games can create experiences that engage and immerse players in something that cannot be experienced anywhere else. Like a good book, a movie, a play, or an album, games can take you on a journey or simply give you something fun for a little while. So what do I do from here on out? Maybe I keep writing or find things to write about. I know that I'll keep playing games, but maybe find things worth doing outside of them too. Sitting at a job I hate, thinking about a life I'm disappointed in, can really take a lot out of me. But games bring something back. They give me some excitement, some fulfillment, some passion, and inspiration. It's strange, I know, but happiness can come from the smallest things and the strangest of places.